Hello, Aries. Thank you so much for checking me out here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. So this coming new moon, new lunar phase in Aries, so it is your sign is time to shine. It's going to be a little bit blocked off with a solar eclipse and a partial solar eclipse though. And let's face it, the sun is always shining, so no big deal. But let's get into a reading here for you. Despite some debilitating energies, we can always use those contrary energies and work with them to develop into a positive. So we're going to pull from the Abandoned Oracle from Deviant Moon Inc. It's the Paradoxical Edition. I like to use these ones on the new moon. It's kind of like a X-ray or negatives from photo film kind of vibe. We pulled 2 cards instead of 1. So we have the Mermaid reversed as well as Revenge. So I'm guessing that there may be a situation that you're involved with and that you need to be really sort of wise about how you decide to proceed, because taking revenge may, further dim your light. It just kind of might kill your emotional spirit on some level. You may not think that is the case. You could be sort of really in the thick of that already. Denial ain't just a river in Egypt. But these feelings of revenge, they may have you in some type of weakened state, and you may decide to fight through this period of weakness, slowly rising and gaining momentum after some type of loss and despite feelings of revenge and resentment. And your talents are what's going to keep you afloat. Your beauty, everything that is fabulous about you, and your gigantic ego that is enough for everybody in the room, that has enough space, enough energy for everybody in the room. So, this business of revenge, I would just tread lightly with that. It could also be like retribution might be like on a positive note. There might be some type of satisfying retribution that you get to witness. It may not be your behavior you're doing firsthand. But, if it is, please don't let it be a violent retaliation. Please. I do not condone that type of behavior. And, maintaining your rights, though. This is a card of agency and self-advocacy as well. So let's read some tarot. Ooh. Speaking of agency and advocacy, this is either you or someone who has got your back. The quintessential knight in shining armor is the Knight of Wands. They are versatile. They want to move with the flow, like not in the sense of like the watery flow. It's like they are going in the direction. They're going to burn a trail in the direction that the wind pushes it. So whichever direction has to do with the mind And also like the driving force, you know, when you think about, say, for example, popular culture or just, you know, the dynamics of a group setting within work, the work environment even, or, you know, friendship circle. This could also just be within family, not just, but this could be within your family or, you know, just a relationship between, you know, two people, even yourself. So lots of possibilities, but either way, some forward movement. Like you're really concerned with channeling this inner Knight of Wands energy, which is characteristic of you being the fabulous Aries that you are. So are you going to be your best self? So answer is yes. However, if you are not true to the sacred inherent knowledge that is within us all as human beings, that's going to be tricky. This could also be a person. This could be the person that may have wronged you in this revenge situation. So there's somebody who is, I don't want to say out to get you, but they have some serious feelings of spite and animosity. And I would say that there's like some weakness here with how to use sacred knowledge. So it's that kind of high horse mentality. What is it, like a stool pigeon? So a stool pigeon. So someone sits there and, you know, talks like their shit does not stink. Or sorry, their poop. This is 18 plus, but this is talking like your poop does not stink. This is somebody who poo-poos everything. And, you know, when you think about that gossip, that poo-pooing of people, that judgy business that folks like, you know, they just eat up and really are, you know, so weak to subscribe to. It's bad. It's really bad energy. It's regurgitating bad energy. It's creating and regurgitating energy that is toxic. So you can act like you're all high and mighty. This person can act like they're all high and mighty, but at the end of the day, the fact that you're just trash talking speaks to a serious lack of evolution, spiritually, emotionally. Just kind of, it's basic. I'll just call it out. I'll call it what it is. It's basic. So the High Priestess reversed, unfortunately, is basic. And, you know, it's one of those situations, maybe you don't know what you don't know, but also, one moment, maybe you're just blissfully ignorant for nothing. Just pause for one moment. In 2 minutes. Thank you for your patience. So, all right, so overlooking the situation, it appears that no one has really stabbed you in the back, or that, you know, whatever grief you feel like you're being subjected to is either no new news under the sun. It's life. But that's I feel like it's a bit of a harsh statement. Or like you're just, it's not as bad as you may feel like it is. So this could also mean that whatever grief and not trying times, but whatever backstabbing behaviors was happening, you know, people being against you on some level, that is no longer the case. It's done. So that's a great message. And then we have the King of Wands. So, you know, you are moving from the Knight to the King. Never mind now, like, you know, passing go and collecting $200. You're just like monopolizing right there. So that's pretty dope. This is you. This is you in a nutshell. Your, you know, your versatility, your capacity for bossing up and really just ruling your pride, and in a modest, like in a respectful way, like, because I know Aries, sometimes pride gets the best of you, but this is fostering growth, and this is your ability to create an environment that others can flourish in and develop their own versatility and creative ideas and projects. And just like the energy is, it's really like high vibing energy that the King of Wands is able to manifest and create and hold space. So that's pretty dope. Like, I don't think I don't really know if it gets much better than that subconsciously. Like, I'm kind of you know, at a loss for words here. Like, how do I explain how amazing this is? So we're going to read up with some with a new deck here. Switch it up. We have the Tower reversed. So this card just means that we're a little bit stuck. A little bit stuck in the past. That's where we were at. Stuck. Just, it could have been reasons outside of us. Things not coming to an end that needed to because other people didn't want to let it go. Hence this. But now it's done. It's in the past. The time has come to pass. And, you know, we can recognize the it factor. Your inner King of Wands is active in a balanced way, recognizing that, you know, that we have what it takes. We have what it takes for the new projects, the new journey, the new adventure that is centered in balance and growth. And then we have the Two of Cups reversed. So emotionally, there's a lack of balance though. And this is within your attitude. There's something about your attitude. I would guess overconfidence might be at play. And it might not be happening like in this very exact moment, but I would say be careful in those moments where you're feeling insecure. And you may recognize it right away. I hope you do recognize it right away. But when this trigger, if and when you get triggered in the near future, just be mindful that you don't get too cocky, because it's going to, I mean, it's going to be okay. It's not the end of the world, but that's just going to be the distasteful presence of your insecurities. So just be careful if you're dealing with folks that are also triggered by that type of behavior, or, you know, just that whole business of narcissism. And, you know, when it comes to, I don't want to say recovery, but like discovery, and, you know, the cycles that we go through, the little baby relapses that happen, the big relapses that happen, because they do for some folks, and it's not the end of the world. We get through those too. So it's just being mindful of making sure you don't drown in it before, you know, you're drowning, basically. So let's see here. We'll move on to oh no. Okay, so within your environment, some 3 cards came out. So I don't want to end off with this. I'm just going to try to quickly put these 3 together because they want to stay together. We got within your environment, we got strength, we got raw, earth, money, career, health, energy, and we got judgment. So an awakening. So you're going to really come into your strength. People see you coming into a very powerful and grounded, woke place in life. So I'm going to put this over this king right here because that's what you are. And king is not gender specific. Like, I feel like the Egyptians had it right, calling everybody pharaoh. So that's real. And we're all royalty in this fabulous earth walk we call life. We're all divine. We all deserve to be treated as such, with respect and dignity. Maybe I will actually, let's switch it up here. So we have the Knight of Wands, again, reversed. So you have a healthy fear of going back into the bad place, of being shitty and destructive. I would say the fire starter is starting some fires that do not need to get lit. That is not where you want to be. That's what you fear. That's what you're fearful of. I don't think that is the case. We have Temperance, but we need to make sure that the balance is met with honesty. The balance is met with honesty. That Sagittarian energy of being detached and able to assess a situation and to either deal with it effectively by, injecting their fabulous wisdom, or exiting stage left because it is just out of their hands. So balance with give and take, balance with how you walk on the earth, balance with how you, with how you view the water and also yourself, and just not getting too righteous, I would say. When it comes to fiery energy, there is like a tendency to be a little self-righteous. So that's okay. It's just, knowing when it's time to come back down to earth, Aries. It's real. So let's see what spiritual AF has to say. Be kind-hearted and full of love, but maintain boundaries like a motherfucker. All right. So letting people fuck with you is not a spiritual attribute. Think about Archbishop Desmond Tutu. That dude, I don't know if I would call him a dude. So that man wouldn't have done the good things he did in the world if he let people walk all over him. Even His Holiness the Dalai Lama tells people to fuck off sometimes. In his own compassionate AF way. So this is an interesting, very loaded message. Let's just stick with the essence of it here. Be kind-hearted and full of love, but maintain boundaries like a motherfucker, especially with respect to Archbishop Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama. Thank you so much, Aries, for checking out this reading. I hope it resonates. Please do hit that like and subscribe button, and we shall see you next time. Also, remember that if all of these things don't really sit with you well, all the messages might not be for you. So take what you need and leave the rest behind, and wishing you all the best in this new moon happening in your sign.